Welcome back to A Minute with Alan. This episode is leverage. I think that too many people, and for that matter, too many countries, have leveraged their power and their standing and their wealth through the misery of others. I think that over the last, 70 years perhaps, since the founding of Israel, a two-state solution could have been found. But I don't think the surrounding Arab countries, many of which had a lot of money to invest, really wanted that to happen, or the investment would have been made. And in fact, investments that were made by some of them, by the UN, by the US, and so forth, for hospitals and for schools and for infrastructure, were taken and used, diverted, for weapons and tunnels and for propaganda and for activities for which it was never intended. And it seems to me that if you really want to create something where your children are safe and your people are safe and looking toward a bright future, then you invest money and find money to invest to make that happen. I think the same thing happened to a large extent with the civil rights movement here. And I think for all the grandness and the wonderful nature of Martin Luther King and others in the movement who did superb work, there were too many people who gained through keeping minorities in misery, through stimulating issues. Is there racism? Yes. Was there racism? Yes. Will there probably be racism? Probably. But nonetheless, not all the efforts were made to reduce tension and to ameliorate problems. Efforts were made to create money and leverage for some people through the misery of others. Eric Hoffer was known as a longshoreman philosopher. He was a longshoreman, blue-collar guy. But he started to write some books and he started to think about things and he drew people's attention. This might go back 30 years. He said at one point, a cause becomes a movement and a movement becomes a racket.